Salut YouTube, and Sophie here, welcome back. Today's video is going to be my update for, not Glitterthon, watching a Twitch stream, Project Yarnathon. This was created by Andrea from the channel Pretty as a Peacock. I will link her channel down below. Basically, we are trying to use up a marathon worth of yarn, and when I decided to start this project, I did not have that much yarn, but now I do. So let's talk about what I did since the last update. Okay, so I already filmed this 2 weeks ago, almost 3 weeks ago, because, well, I had makeup on, but I had nothing to talk about. And I had quite a bit of progress, but I think I can do better for Project Yarnathon. So I'm redoing it, and hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. So I have quite a bit of finished objects. I have makeup in the middle of my yarn. Okay, so first let's start with a beanie, and this is what my beanie is looking like, and I absolutely love it. This is the same what's it called, the same pattern I used in my previous update. I think this is the Chunky Hat by Jackie Henderson, and I made it flat and seamed it. You can actually see the seam here, but I think when it's stretched out, you don't really see the seams, so I think it's gonna be okay. It's not for me either way. It's for one of my best friend, so that's for her. I know she doesn't watch my videos. So with this, I used up 180 grams of yarn. This is how much yarn I have left, and this is the Amigo XL, what is it called? Amigo Melange XL from Hobbii in the color number 12. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I have two other colors. I have two other colors, 2 balls for each, and I'm gonna do 2 other beanies, same pattern. I like this pattern. I have to do some math because this is absolutely not the same yarn, not same weight at all, but yeah, and I want to do something with this, but I don't know what, so we'll have to see. I have quite a bit left. Next, I do not have this anymore. This is a baby blanket that I've done I crocheted for, well, it was supposed to be my future little cousin, but now it's my 1.5 month old little cousin. So it's already with its new owner, and for that baby blanket, maybe I will be able to show you just a little bit of a picture. And for that, I used also from Hobbii, also the Amigo yarn, but the normal one, the Amigo yarn in the color number 24 and in the color number 13. And I have a lot of yarn left. From skeins I already started, I have this much left, and I have these 3 balls untouched, so I don't know what to do with them. That's quite a bit of yarn left. And for that baby blanket, I used up 1,260 meters of yarn. I did not follow any pattern. I just wanted to try, what's the name of the technique? I I don't remember the name of the technique. I will write it on the screen. I just wanted to try that technique and I had a little bit of fun. I just created a chart so I would not mess up, especially because I wanted a bare head also on the blanket, and I had to be sure that it was not too low nor too high on the blanket. So yeah, and as always, it was bigger than I intended. I wanted it to be 90 centimeters x 70 centimeters. I think it was 1 meter. Yes, 1 meter over 80 centimeters, I think. So 100 centimeters x 80 centimeters, I believe. Anyway, so that was not any pattern. Then last time, or when in my previous video, when I filmed this update previously, I did not have that done, and this is not, wait, I did not show the right yarn. I think this is how much yarn I have left. I believe I messed up because this was on the floor. Anyway, so like I said, when I previously filmed this video, I did not have that project done, but I finished it, and that is another baby blanket. This one is for, well, another cousin of mine, but she is going to have her baby in January, I believe, if everything goes well. It was supposed to be, this one is the right size, maybe 2 centimeters over, but that's because in the end I wanted a thicker border. This was not supposed to look like this. First of all, I wanted the center of it to be only like green. But then I realized that I did not have enough green, so I added 1 or 2 strips of beige. Also, here you can see with half double crochets, I created a braid like pattern, but it was not my plan. I think it's the popcorn pattern stitch. I wanted a popcorn stitch here, but I did not like how it looked. So I really like how I did the border as well. I wanted to have as little as possible. I wanted to have as little leftover yarn as possible, and I don't know, I think it looks cool. I like this. So in the end, it was not what I had planned at all, but I really like how this baby blanket looks like. So obviously this was not from a pattern either, but I used the yarn from Filda, the yarn Caresse, in the color, what is the color here on top? In the color here, teal for the green, and in the color, that's teal too, in the color naturel here for the beige color. And I really like how this baby blanket looks. I really like it. So with this blanket, I have like 0.83 grams left of the green, and I have like maybe 3.5 grams left of the beige, the natural color. So that's like 2 meters maybe of the grain. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it as scrap yarn. This obviously is way more. I mean, can you see the difference? So I know I'm going to keep this to reuse it, but I might cut this in little pieces and put it here where I keep all of my cut off ends. So anyway, with this baby blanket, I used up 1,303 meters of yarn. By the way, this yarn is my favorite, I think. It's 100% man-made, I believe, because it's 51% acrylic and 49% polyamide. Polyamide? I think I've heard polyamide and polyamide. So, I don't know. Nylon. It's super soft. In my maybe previous update or the one just before that, I crocheted a top as well as baby socks and sneakers, and I used the same yarn in white and yellow, and I just love it. I just love it. It's really, really soft. I have a tote bag, which I don't have either because it's already with its owner. I gave it to a colleague of mine for her birthday at the end of September, maybe the beginning of October, because I was a little bit late. And this is the Malia shoulder bag. And I believe I used yarn just a little bit thinner than hers. So I will show you a picture of it. I really like the colors, and I used for the yellow, also from Hobbii. I have a lot of yarn from Hobbii. I used the France Cotton 8-4 print yarn in the color number 1. That yellow is everything. I think I used like 1 skein and a third, maybe. I had to use a little bit of this one, and I used it's like the same yarn but the Black Friday edition of it in white, and I used, I think, I used 2 skein, a little bit more than 2 skein and a half. I have a lot left of this white. I chose to use this white because I have a lot, and I thought I would use more, but I did not. In the end, I used up 676 meters, and also I used that much, maybe more than what the pattern asked for, because for the handles she asked us to buy cord or something, and I was like, no, I'm gonna use this yarn and just braid it. So yeah, that's 676 meters of yarn for this one. And finally, I can't show them to you. Maybe I will show what I filmed last time, but I made socks for my mom. Well, at the beginning they were for me, but I had to use DP ends because Magic Loop is not for me, at least right now, and my needles were smaller, so my DP ends were smaller than my what's called needles, my what's it called, my not straight needles, but anyway, my mom do have the socks. I don't have them to show you, but I used from Hobbii the Rainbow 8-ply sock wool In the color number 14, this is getting discontinued, which is why I have this color. And I used, this is how much I have left of the skein I used for this 100 grams skein, which I use for the socks. I'm going to make myself socks too. The one for my mom were top down, cuff down, I think you say, for socks. I'm gonna do mine toe up so I can, well, use these up. So anyway, for the socks, I used up 176 meters of yarn, which means I used up, since the last update, 3,595 meters. Which means that so far I have used up 10,000. Yes, I'm over the 10,000. I've used up 10,752 meters of yarn. I'm so happy, and I've liked everything I've done so far. So that's great. Alright, so let's talk about my work in progress. Let's start with an actual finished object, and I'm gonna explain why it's still in my work in progress. This is another beanie. This is for my friend, one of my friends, and this one is from, I did not write that. So this is from Lena. This is a French YouTuber. I don't know if she's still posting. This is a pretty old video. It's 7 years old. I've been wanting to do this. Actually, no. I've been wanting to do the scarf for forever. And I decided to do it for my friend. And there was a beanie going with it. So this is what the pattern is looking like. So it looks like a chain is going around it. And this is the yarn I'm using. I also bought it on hobby.fr. It's the Mega Ball yarn. And I'm considering it as a work in progress because I bought this ball of yarn to do mittens, a beanie, and a scarf. And once I have used all of it, I'm going to count it because it's going to be way easier. But yeah, also it doesn't count as yarn in my yarn stash because I bought it especially for her. Nothing is going to me for this yarn. So that's the beanie. Next, what am I gonna do? Next is the pillow for my godmother. I've talked about it previously. I like the colors I bought together, but I did not feel like it went with the style of my godmother, so I bought other colors, and this is what the granny squares are looking like. So I'm actually doing the what is it called? The granny square pillow, I think. No. This is the retro granny square pillow by Be Hooked Crochet and Knitting. So I have 4 of these. These are finished. I just have to sew them, and then I'm gonna have a pillowcase. I've just been too lazy to do it, but this is almost done. So by the next updates, I'm going to be able to count this for my total. I am also making an amigurumi for my future cousin. I ran out of yarn because I forgot to buy 2, as simple as that. So this is the body. It's supposed to be a bunny. So I have the head done, the body, the tail, and I have to do the arms and the legs. I have one ear done. I have 1/4 of an ear done. This is where I ran out of yarn, and I actually received my yarn today, so I'm finally gonna be able to finish it, and I don't have a lot of time left. I have to send it to my auntie so she can give it to my cousin. So that's pretty much my whips. And the last whip is, do you remember this beanie? And also, do you remember this scarf? Yes, so this is how my beanie is looking like now. I frogged it. It was too big. And this is pretty much how my scarf is looking. I have way more, obviously. I also frogged it because, I mean, I still had not woven the tails in. And I don't know, I felt like I was not satisfied with my work. The scarf had been just sleeping out there, waiting for me to actually finish it. And I don't know, I did not like how it looked. So I decided to frog it, and I decided to frog the beanie as well. So we are starting over for these two. I already have plans, which is why the beanie is on my needles. I'm just gonna finish the beanie, then work on the mittens and the scarf for my friend, and finish the scarf. I don't think it's going to take me too long, because I know what I want to do and I know what I did not like. So I don't think it's gonna be done by the next update. It depends when the next update is going to go up, but yeah. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out the hashtag, as well as Andrea's channel, not video, channel. I believe in my description box, the names of those participating, so check them out. And yeah, that's it. I will see you in the next one. Bye.